Thank you so much for being a part of our booth.
Oh, you betcha. Thanks for having us.
This is probably the nicest truck I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's tell the audience about what exactly this is.
All right. Well, this project started about 3 years ago. It's a 1965 Chevy. It's a C30 dually. We custom made a dually. Chevy never made an actual dually with dually fenders. I mean, they made flatbeds and stuff like that, but they didn't make a dually pickup. So we had a customer approach us, and he was already moving forward on stuff. So we picked up this project and we finished it off for him. We turned it into what it is now. I mean, this one is a little more fit and finished. It's show, but it's also go. I mean, it has 1,200 horsepower under the hood. So this thing is going to be amazing.
And Dan did take me for a drive on last year's truck, and I gotta attest to it was one of the coolest moments I've ever experienced.
Yeah, we had flame out the hood. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, we'll cue in that video right now.
Yes.
So let's talk a little about what's under the hood. You mentioned 1,300 horsepower?
Yeah, 1,300 horsepower. It's a 427 LS twin turbo. It's a Nelson Racing motor, so it's already dyno tested. It's already got everything. It's spec'd out. It's ready to roll. So.
And what kind of transmission's behind that?
It's a 4L80, fully built. You know, got to handle that power.
Yeah.
So it's a 4-speed automatic. You know, it's nice to drive and cruise. So you have all the power, but only when you need it.
And it goes down to a rear end.
Yeah.
Which is,
it goes to a Currie rear axle. It's actually a 9-inch rear axle that was custom made for our dually application, which is a little different. I mean, 9-inch, and everyone really thinks about full dually and everything else, but they created a custom housing for us.
Oh, so like this doesn't exist outside of this truck?
No. No,
wow.
It's one-off just for the dually application we have here.
So just going back to the engine,
yes.
The turbos. What kind of turbos are you running on that?
So Nelson has their own turbos. They create their own turbos, so it's just Nelson Racing turbo spec to their application, you know. But we're running all the Vibrant plumbing, you know, we're doing PWRs, our cooling system. So we have their intercooler, their heat exchangers, their radiator, but we have all the Vibrant plumbing for all that stuff.
That's very cool. And I know you got all the HD clamps on there.
Yeah, so we have the new HD clamps, the new pinless. They're absolutely amazing, the cleanest thing ever.
Now, I don't even know if this truck would need it, but why would you still go with the HD clamps on this kind of truck?
Because it's the fit and finish, you know. I mean, it's an amazing product. It cleans up what you're doing there. Instead of having clamps or silicone hoses, now we have an HD clamp and aluminum. We can clean it up and it performs just as we want.
Let's talk about the interior. It's one of the first things I noticed. I kind of poked my head in and I took a whiff. And it's probably the nicest smelling interiors I've ever smelled. So
this is Hyde's leather. So Hyde's is a leather tannery out of Italy, and this is all buffalo. This is distressed buffalo leather. It's the real deal. You know, it's no pleather.
It doesn't smell.
Yeah, it smells amazing. So it's one amazing smell.
Yeah, I noticed with all your builds, your interior game is really like knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, it's just really clean. I mean, we try to not overdo it. It's just very subtly done. You know, the rest of the truck usually speaks for itself because either the motor does, like this one, the wheels and the color does. But we try not to go too wild on the interiors because it kind of pulls away. I think the truck itself speaks.
Yeah, the engine bay. I mean, I know this because I saw it raw.
Yeah.
This whole truck, underneath this layer of paint, looks exactly the same in all steel.
Yep, it's all steel.
Your pure metal works.
Yeah, it's all. So yeah, we have pictures of this truck in bare metal, and it just looks as nice as it does today.
And the engine bay, now it kind of looks formed and tubbed.
Yeah.
So
we had to make we had to make custom wheel tubs, and we made an engine cover and everything else to make it look nice and clean and fit.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Now let's go to the bed because there's so much going on here. Outside of the fact that it's a dually, it's tubbed.
Yeah, it's a tub dually, which you never see.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is this material? Because everyone keeps touching it and saying, "Wow, this is nice."
So this material is a company called Gator Step. They mostly specialize in marine applications, like your wakeboard boats and pontoon boats or stuff like that. But we've been dealing with them for a few years, and I feel it's a perfect fit for truck bed floors.
Yeah.
So we have it designed, and the way we designed it, I think it works great. So we utilized every inch of space of this truck in storage or special things we have it here, you know. So
speaking of storage, I see a lot of trap doors here.
Yes.
Do we want to reveal to the audience what we have underneath?
Yeah. So these two here, just your normal storage. You can put all your cleaners and all your stuff like that. So we walk around this way. We've got it set up for your weekends. Your when you want to have a little cold beverage, We have your little ice chest set up there.
That's cool. And then what suspension are you on? I guess
so this suspension, the whole chassis, it's a custom chassis from it's a company called GSI out of Arizona. So they custom built the dually chassis and everything else. I mean, they built it to tow and everything else, but this truck will never tow, unfortunately. But it's got the look.
Yeah.
Oh, the last little cabinet is all of our air management. So AccuAir is what we're running for on this one. So we have all their tanks and all of our hardline plumbing in a storage compartment. It's all tucked away.
And one of my favorite parts is what do you have hidden behind the tailgate?
Oh, we got some good stuff back here. Let me show you this and then we'll tell you all about it.
Actually, before you open it, let's talk about the tips.
Oh,
yeah, those are cool.
The gold blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are fully machined billet tips that we designed in-house. And we made them fit this truck, and of course the theme of this truck was black and gold, so tips had to go gold.
So that means like everything, the wheels, the
gold handles. Yeah.
Everything is plated gold, or is it powder coated?
It's powder coat gold.
Powder coat gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's check out this tailgate. What do you have here?
So behind here, we've got some secrets. So on these trucks, you have a lot of wasted space when you raise these bed floors. So Art contacted me. Asked him if we have any fuel filters coming out, and these are probably, I think, the first two that Vibrant came out with, and we're running them on this truck, and it's absolute perfect fit.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of testing. We have our flow bench in house. We knew they were safe. I think I sent you the 10 micron or the 40 micron?
40 micron.
The 40 micron, which makes sense. It's a street truck.
Yep.
10 micron would be ideal if you have some kind of a race application with tiny orifices when it comes to the injectors. But yeah, these are like perfect for you, and you ran two.
Yeah.
Now, how is this? Each of these go linked back into each fuel rail?
Yes. No. So they tee back in together. So there's in this one we have an air motive fuel pump. So it has your main fuel pumps and then your secondaries. So it's all controlled by the computer and everything else. So when we need that extra fuel, that second fuel pump kicks in, and that's that other line. So and then they tee together, and they'll feed the rails as much fuel as they need. And
where do you have these taillights?
These taillights. So it's a guy. His name is Josh. He custom made these for us. Pretty cool story. I contacted him a few weeks ago and said, Josh, do you have anything for a C10? Are you ever going to come out with anything for a C10? And he says, I've been asked a lot, but I've never done it. So, and within a couple of days, long story short, he bought a C10 and he custom made these taillights, and this is the very first set for a C10.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of firsts.
Yes.
Last thing I'm going to ask you about is the wheels.
Yes. So the wheels.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah. They're American Force 22-inch dually wheels. They have the floating hubcaps, so they're always level as you're rolling and everything else. So they always float, and they're powder coated in the gold as well.
Yeah. So where can we see this truck in the future?
In the future, we'll be taking this to shows in the future. So next year we'll be doing good guy shows. We'll be doing stuff all over, So just keep a following of us, and we'll keep you updated where you can see it.
Make sure you guys follow Pure Metalworks, and if you guys are interested in getting a truck built, I visited your shop before. I see it. There's tons of cabs just sitting around, dying to be built.
Yep, so, we got a lot going on, a lot of possibility.
Yeah, so whether you want a 4-door or a 2-door, Dan can make it happen, whatever the configuration is.
Yep.
But we're going to wrap it up right there. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you,
Appreciate your time. If you guys have any questions or you want to know more about this truck, make sure to hit us up in the comments below. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.